Okay, so now we're going to look at tables. And we're just going to, these are a table. This is a table. This is what a table looks like. And we're going to answer some questions on those tables. So our first question here is looking at our table. In a class of 40 students, the distribution of grades for the semester was this. So here are our grades. So first question is, how many, so this will be example 1, how many students made an A? So for an A, we had 4 students made an A. For a B, there were 14 students that made a B. How many students made a C? Well, there were 15 who made a C. How many students made a D? Well, that's 5. And how many students made an F? There were 2 that made an F. Now they're asking how many students passed. So if we're looking at who passed the class, we have to look at what is a passing grade. Well, a passing grade is an A, a B, or a C. So that means we're going to have to add all of those numbers. So for passed, we're going to add 4 plus 14 plus 15, and we will get 33, because we'll have 4 plus 14 is 18, plus 15 will get us 33. So 33 students passed the course. How many students failed the class? Well, we're looking at failing is not passing, so that would be a D and an F. So if we're looking at failed, we would add 5 plus 2, because those are the 2 letter grades that are a failing grade, and we get a total of 7. So those are types of questions you could ask on that one. Let's go look at the second example. So for example 2, we have this table, and it shows the top 10 museums in the world in 2012. So there's several museum examples here. We're going to answer some questions off of them. Which museum had fewer visitors? The National Gallery in London or the National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C.? So if I go up here to the National Gallery in London, let's see if we can find that one. See, the National Gallery in London. There's the Air and Space, and there's the National Gallery, and it is in London. So here is the total visitors here, and the National Air and Space is right there. Clearly, there were more visitors in the Air and Space Museum because there was 6,800,000 versus the National Gallery with 5,164,000. So in this example, it would be the National Air and Space Museum had more, or fewer visitors, sorry, would be the National Gallery in London. I was thinking wrong, more visitors versus fewer. So the National Gallery in London had fewer visitors. How many people visited the Vatican museums? Well, if we come up to the Vatican museums in Vatican City, we had 5,065,000. So that would be our answer. How many people visited the Metropolitan Museum of Art? So we come up and find the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, and it's 6,116,000. How many of 2012's top 10 museums in the world were located in the United States? So now we're going to come up here and look how many were in the United States. Well, here's 1, and then here's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. So 4 of the top 10 museums in the world were in the United States. And how many of 2012's top museums in the world were visited by fewer than 6 million people? So we have to come look at our totals. Fewer than 6 million is going to be these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them have fewer than 6 million visitors in them. So that would be how you would answer those. You're just going to write the value or the number.